Good morning. This is Juanita again. Um, I was reading one of my devotionals today, and I read something that I didn't know anything about. Of course, that was before my time. I mean, I was here at the end of the Second World War, but this was during the First World War. Uh, and it said the American Red Cross, I'm going to read it. It's from my devotion. It says, American Red Cross called citizens to assist the troops fighting overseas. You know, this was the First World War. One of their greatest successes was a knitting campaign called Knit Your Bit, which required only knitting needles, wool, and an easily learned skill. It said at the end of the war, Americans had produced 24 million military garments, including sweaters, helmet liners, and socks. Said men, women, boys, and girls all contributed to the effort. Said no skill was too little and no contribution too insignificant to answer the call. And I've been thinking about, we've got all these hurricane victims, stuff happening, and all this flooding we've had recently, and people do need help. They need supplies. And, not necessarily knitters, but crocheters, quilters, crafters can get together and can make things to store up to give to these people. I know last fall we have a small building out here that we store up stuff for people. Clothes, all kinds of clothes. We have blankets and food. The Lord told us prepare a place for those who are left behind after the rapture. But we're having to give out now, and that's great. I mean, we have it to give, and but I was thinking, get other people involved in doing this. I'm gonna read this in Proverbs. It says this is Proverbs 19:17. He that has pity upon the poor lendeth unto the Lord, and that which he hath given the Lord will pay him again, and he does. But there's so many needs. Like last year, I mean, we had given so much out for the hurricane victims that when school started, this one woman come and said where her kids went to school, they didn't have hats and gloves. We had to go buy out and buy hats and gloves to give to these kids. Now we've had people in the meantime. This one girl, she's crocheted over 100 hats for us, and another woman gave me a big bundle of 100 hats, and we've got gloves. We're getting ready for winter, but then this floods come along, and we have to send so much. We emptied our shelves with the hurricane last year, and then with this flooding that we just got through with, we gave all our stuff out for that, and we're stocking up again. But I was thinking maybe we ought to get other people involved in helping with this. There are pastors on TV that have big warehouses now. They're stocking food up and other stuff to give out, and a lot of them it's just for the people left behind in the rapture, which nobody wants to be left behind. If you have made Jesus Lord of your life, do it now, because we don't know when he's coming. We have no idea. It could be soon. All the scriptures are, leading up to this, especially Matthew 24 and 25. Nobody wants to be left behind. But we want to help people now. All the rains we've had. I mean, there's so much flooding and stuff, and we've been bringing in cleaning supplies, getting them ready to give out. My niece, she lives up in Wheeling, and she says it's always flooding up there. She's going to take a bunch of stuff up there when she comes in to help up there, and we collect blankets. You could crochet afghans. You could crochet hats. You could quilt some quilts. You could make dolls. We have toys out. We're giving toys out to the kids, because that's something that the little kid could hold on to. That's theirs, and that's important to them when they've lost everything. and this is mine, and there's something to hold on to. And I make bears, and other people around are making toys and stuff, and we're buying toys. But people would like to help to donate. Uh, you there's we used to be the Samaritan House, and then when they did away with that, now we call our house the Christmas Outreach, and we help whenever there's a need, and if all possible, we help them. And we're collecting right now stuff to give out. We're getting a food pantry ready because in fall, so many people come in and need food, and we had to help that one school in Marion County. The kids, the mother said, a lot of kids in my kids' class don't have hats, they don't have gloves. We had to go out and buy hats and gloves to get them. Now we're supplying, we're stocked up. And I don't know if that's going to be enough or not. And then this other school, my daughter-in-law taught at, she said the kids there, we don't realize how many poor people there are around us. She said the kids there had never seen a comb with all the teeth in it. We don't realize all that. Then there was a church up in Tucker County. My son helped. We did all of us helped them. And the kids on Friday evening, the women up there made sure they had a good meal to eat, because during school, they probably got a meal, but then on weekends they don't have nothing. And at Christmas time, they gave us a list what we tried to help them get everything they wanted for Christmas. Then they got a new pastor in up there, and he said, we're not going to feed these kids anymore. We're not going to have that in the church anymore. And some of the women that were helping, they left. But these kids, you don't know. You look around and say, yeah, they got a house, but do they have food? A lot of them, they don't have good meals. So we try to help all we can, and it's just an appeal that if people, stock up some food around, because you don't know when you might have somebody that come by and need help. We have the packages, and we're getting in bundles now. One woman's donating up in Cleveland. She's sending me down packs for the homeless, and we always carried them around in our car everywhere we went, because we'd see homeless people everywhere and give them a package, something, stuff that they'll need. We went over in Ohio. There was one guy over there. I mean, he don't want nothing but money, and I knew right then that guy's on drugs. So you got to be careful who you give to. And but a lot of them, they're sincere. They are. They don't have nothing, and it's everywhere you go. I mean, we've come in on over 68 and see them laying in ditches along the road, sleeping. They don't have no place to go. And that's the truth. It's sad. But I know there's some that they're just doing that to get a free handout and stuff. They're always that kind. But you give to them anyway. It's up. That's between them and the Lord. But we're asking for people that if they can crochet some Afghans, hats, sweaters, whatever, vests for kids. We hold on to them. There's places all over who will take this stuff to hand out. I mean, each community has a place. We have one down here in Bridgeport. That used to be my Samaritan House, which I turned over to them. And they give people stuff. And they're all around. But it would be nice if people would start getting stuff ready to give out. Winter's coming. And then all this flooding and stuff, hurricanes coming. But they need help everywhere. We just send wherever it's needed, and we try to help. And I'm not bragging on me, I'm bragging on the Lord, because I know it was His idea to do this. He put that in my heart to start doing this. And then when I read that this morning, I thought, I mean, I didn't know that they had done that during the First World War. Crocheted hearts for our troops. I mean, you know, that's great. Because, you know, they're over there and they needed the sweaters, they need the helmet liners, they need gloves, everything, socks. You know, people need that today. Socks is the biggest thing that I've been asked for. And then the kids around here, the hats and the gloves. So you don't know. I'm just asking if you crochet, you knit, whatever. Why don't you get some stuff stocked up that when things, disasters happen, because there's always trucks going here taking this stuff, you know? Or even churches that are taking the stuff to the people. Be ready. Be stocked up. Be a help to those who are less fortunate than what we are, you know? Not rich, but, you know, the Lord provides everything that we need. He looks after us. He loves you. He really does. And He don't want you left behind. So I tell you, if you have made Jesus Lord, do it today. Ask Him come into your life. Be Lord of your life. And then start serving Him. Help others. Help others. Reach out to others. Because there's so many people that need help. And people won't ask for help. They won't. Well, there's some that do and really don't need it. And that's their lifestyle is just to live off of somebody else. There's always those kind. But there's so many that they really do need help. Especially these kids in school. And we're just asking if you might start helping others. Stock up on some stuff so you can give. School starts in, 14 days. And they're going to need stuff, need supplies, everything. I'm just appealing to you to reach out to those you know that might need help. They're everywhere. God loves you. Thank you.